Hello, this video will provide additional information and help for Activity 3.3.1, Public Affairs Presentation. For this assignment, you need to create a 6 to 8 page presentation that explains why it is important for someone to get involved in public affairs. Public affairs has been reviewed in this unit, and what you will need to do is go back and review what are some of the ways that you can get involved in politics and in affairs that are on the local level or on even the national level. So public affairs, again, that has to do with your involvement or even a group's involvement with political participation. So it says that your presentation must have at least 4 visuals, and if you look down here, it tells you what needs to be in each slide. So you have to have 6 to 8 slides, and that's informational slides. Your title slide is not included in the 6 to 8 slides. So 6 to 8 informational slides. You have to start with your title slide. You need to state the title of your presentation with a graphic and your name, and then you're going to have an introduction slide. This is where you hook your audience with an engaging statistic, quote, or question, and we're going to look at an example of a presentation that another student created so you can get an idea of what an introduction slide looks like. We're also going to take a look at that presentation for the main body slides. So you need to have main body slides. It needs to be more than one. Remember, you have to have 6 to 8 slides, informational slides. And you need to explain the importance of involvement in public affairs. So why is it important, and what are the benefits? What are the benefits that individuals, communities, and your country gains from a population that is involved? And then you're going to have a conclusion slide. You're going to restate major points that are made in the presentation and include a memorable statement. And again, we'll take a look at an example presentation here in a minute. Again, I encourage you, and you actually must review some of the ways that you can get involved in public affairs. I'm going to briefly skim over these lessons. So in lesson 3.1.1, it tells you about civic duties and responsibilities, why they're important, and how you can get involved, whether it says, paying taxes, registering to vote, knowing more about candidates, serving as a juror, so on a jury, being involved in the armed forces. Another way to get involved with public affairs is civic vigilance. So basically making sure that your elected officials are abiding by what they promised and you are holding them responsible. So please make sure to look over this particular lesson on civic vigilance, and then of course volunteering. Another great way, and that's probably one of the easiest way even teenagers can get involved, is with public affairs and contributing to their community and even to the nation, is by volunteering. Again, make sure to review all of Unit 3. So we're going to take a look here at this presentation. And if you notice, they have a a title slide. I took off the student's name, but you would need to put your name on here. And the title of their presentation is The Importance of Public Involvement. And they have an image, a graphic. Now they have their introductory slide. They're catching our attention. So it says here, according to fairvote.com, only 49.6% of Americans voted in the 2018 elections, and 60% participated in the presidential elections. So that's a pretty interesting statistic because it's not that high. We should have 100%. But this is an example of a good catch slide. So it catches your attention. Now, this student gets into public involvement. So what are different ways that you can get involved? Why is it important? They talk about voting being an example, just one of how a citizen can be involved. And they also say that, as we have learned throughout our class, it is part of being a responsible citizen to take action in the affairs of our country. So this is why it's important. Feel free to pause when you're watching this video, to pause it so that you can take a closer look at the slides, because I might be moving through a little quickly. So again, feel free to pause. Then their next slide talks about individual benefits. So what are the benefits that are received from being involved in public affairs? There's one benefit is that your individual voice is heard. So feel free to read this next one about why it's beneficial. And then it also talks about community and country, how being involved in public affairs benefits our community and our country. So feel free to read through that. And then they have their conclusion slide. You can have a voice in your individual life, in your community, and your country. Every citizen has a voice in how their country is run and who is running it. So that is their conclusion. That is what they got out of this unit and the research and as well as their presentation. Now, if we go back and look, do they have 6 to 8 informational slides? Well, let's go ahead and count. The title slide does not count. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They do not. So remember, keep in mind, 6 to 8 slides, informational slides for full credit. If you need additional help with this assignment, please contact your teacher. Reach out to them through chat, email, or text. Thank you and have a great day.